A summer of softball continues.
You can smile, it's okay, we are too.
Playing for each other.
What a slide getting under the tag.
Playing for their hometown.
Catch made on the run. Defense on display. Wow.
Every game, a chance to advance.
Smoke softball up the middle.
Wins it on a walk-off in the ninth.
An experience they'll never forget.
To left field, and it's gone.
Swing and a miss to end this one.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're in San Bernardino, California. Houghton Stadium is the site for a Northwest Regional semifinal game. The Snohomish Little Leaguers from Washington taking on Northwest Ada Little League from Boise, Idaho. As we take a look at the Northwest Regional map, it shows who has been involved here in this region in Southern California. Zooming in on the Northwest, from Alaska to Colorado, these teams have competed. And a look at the brackets. This is semifinal action already. Montana surprising with a victory, moving on as Washington and Idaho, they try to punch their ticket to the championship game. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside the Olympian, the national champion, Danielle Laurie. Glad you're with us. Two teams that have found different ways to win in their first game.
Yeah, you look at Idaho. I mean, putting up 10 runs, scoring every single inning. That's the confidence you bring into a day like today. And then you look at Snohomish. They scored 2 in that first inning, and then they kind of relied on Maddie to try to help get them through, and they got a victory.
How about Berkeley Cook cooking with the bat for Idaho?
Oh, I mean, you said it right there. She is cooking. And when you think about offense, that's what you want to be able to bring into a day like today. And sometimes it comes down to being able to rely on the big dog, and that is Berkeley Cook and her performance. She was 4 for 4, had the 2 doubles, the big RBIs. When you start to get further and further in this tournament, you lean at times on certain players, and Cook is someone that I think of who's going to need to be cooking today.
And on the other side, the ace is going to be going for Washington. Maddie Locke delivering in the circle.
Yeah, Maddie Locke had a good performance through those 6 innings and found a way to just kind of maneuver the strike zone. Only gave up that 1 hit and was just painting corners. And that's really what it's going to come down to with pitchers in this tournament, being able to have good clutch performances the more you go along in this regional.
How about this Washington lineup? They can all hit, but they can play some small ball if they need to.
Well, and when I think of somebody that's clutch for this Snohomish team, you think of Jalea Wright in the leadoff spot. She is that spark plug, huge for them, kind of sets the tone, and someone that they look to really kind of get the party started.
They're going to be facing a pitcher in Layla Gomez that has been the ace of the staff this season. She already has a perfect game this year.
Yeah, and getting a chance to talk with her the other day, not even really knowing sometimes she was throwing a perfect game, just has this really calm demeanor about herself that you love to be around. So this is exciting. Idaho and Layla, she's just been so good, and you can rely on her through those 6 innings, had given up those 9 hits, a couple earned runs, but some big strikeouts and a lot of confidence coming into today.
She's wearing that number 54, a big number. She said, I wanted a number that would stick forever. There it is.
There it is.
Warm conditions here, sunny skies in San Bernardino. It'll be warm on Championship Thursday around the century mark. We've had a little bit of cloud cover as both the West region and Northwest regions have played on. This is a big-time atmosphere, though. A semifinal game, the stakes much higher.
Well, it is. It's important when you think about a day like today. If you're able to win, you punch that ticket to the regional final. You get an additional day off, all of those things. So there is a lot on the line.
Washington and Idaho, both teams with victories. Washington 2-0 over Oregon. Idaho a 10-6 slugfest win over Colorado. They banged out a dozen hits in that one, as it'll be Jalea Wright, the second baseman, to lead things off. And we are underway, strike 1. Josiah Spurgeon's our home plate up. Stephen DeGrave, Greg Ramos, and Michael Reagan first to third. All volunteers here. It is upstairs. Wright was key in that Game 1 win.
Someone that just sets the tone up top, and I think is important to be able to have good, scrappy at-bats. When you think about leadoff hitters for any of these teams, right, it really is trying to instill a little fear in a pitcher and in a team, and being able to have lengthy at-bats, see a lot of pitches. I mean, pitchers feel it when someone steps in the box and makes their presence known.
She wants to be a spark plug, and you can help your team in different ways by being patient or being aggressive. And there's a big swing and a miss, and that is out number one as she went after that pitch from Gomez.
Well, 1-2, great pitch, had a little upspin. That's a big strikeout to lead off this ball game.
The defense around Gomez as they're wearing the pinstripes with the white jerseys here. McMahon controls that outfield. The leader out there can cover a lot of ground. And so important, the relationship between Gomez and Davis. Maddie Locke now.
And I think there's certain hitters you have circled that you don't want to beat you. Cook is definitely that player for Idaho. And then you could say the same thing about Maddie Locke. She's someone that has some good power.
Out in front of that one. She puts that, left sock on first? Does that come from mom or dad?
Yeah, I'm hearing that for the first time. We're hearing about all these superstitions for these kids.
Maddie with a lot of confidence in talking to her. I know you understand that, being so close as being a mom. What a special moment this is for you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, I played Little League back up in Canada when I was little, and of course so important for your kids to get that same opportunity.
And look at that rip to left field. Maddie starting off with a single. Drew would be proud of that one as well. He's the first base coach. There he is.
Well, a nice job by Maddie Locke being able to keep her weight back. And I think being able to rip this to left field is going to give some confidence to the rest of your team.
One out and one on now. Jocelyn Day, and Maddie's going for second. She's in there, standing up. Out is the call at first base. Did she leave early?
She left early.
So the ball has to be out of the pitcher's hand. That's the second out.
And I could almost see from up here that it looked like she had left a little bit early. It's a good call by the first base umpire.
There was no pitch. There's a pitch to Jocelyn Day for a strike. Here's a look at it.
Yeah, that's definitely early.
Inside to Day. Very important to be aggressive on the base pass. We've seen that throughout the course of both of these regions here. You can really impact the game stealing bases.
When I think, too, when you get on base, you kind of want to test the team in this environment and see what they're made of. What's the catcher's arm like? Being able to put that pressure, sometimes you kind of can tell early on in a game if you can get away with some stuff, if you can't. But Idaho isn't mad about Locke leaving early.
Day drives that one to center field. McMahon is there to make the play. A strikeout, a flyout, a single, but nothing across for the Snohomish Little Leaguers. We head to the bottom of the first. Idaho will get their first chance with the bats when we come back. The Little League League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Washington and Idaho Northwest Region semifinal game. And the kids from Boise will get their first opportunity with the bats. The lineup, different leaders they've had week to week.
Yeah, Mackenzie Dial last game was 2 for 3. When you look at this team offensively, they had 4 athletes that had over 4 hits in their last performance against Colorado. 1 through 10, they are scrappy and can make a pitcher work.
Maddie, the talk about her, she's always had power, but movement has been better.
Yeah, and I think, too, the first inning is always so important about establishing what that strike zone, what you can get. Are the umpires going to be able to give you a little bit more? Do you have to be a little bit more around the plate? But works both sides well, a little bit of a curveball, can change speeds, can climb that ladder. You look at the strikeouts, Mia Christensen with Oregon, they actually ended up getting eliminated earlier on. And Everly Swanson, she's been tough. She's played that Oregon team twice, and Maddie right behind them with the strikeouts.
For 14, and the matchup against Oregon, a hard-fought 2-0 win, as she'll be facing Rylan Adams, the shortstop here, as we're underway bottom of the first inning. She has that confidence out there. I know you had it as a pitcher. That's something that, you know, obviously you have to have an ability to get your skills to deliver when they need to.
For sure, and I think with pitching too, you have to be confident, right? And sometimes even if it has to be that fake it till you make it mentality, because your teammates are watching you.
Grounded to short, Day has it. 1 down.
That's huge for Rylan Adams, right out of the bat to just test the defense.
Here's a look at that defense behind Maddie Locke. Hululu in center field. Nicely. And Mackenzie Dial, who had a 2-hit game in their victory in game 1. Big Jordy Ball fan. Mac Attack at the plate.
Her and I both. I remember watching Jordy Ball Fromm, goes by Fromm now, had got married. She ended up announcing after the Women's College World Series this year that she was pregnant. She's now on staff at Nebraska. One of the best two-way players to do it.
And there's the first strikeout for Maddie Locke. 2 up and 2 down. Yeah, Jordy's been getting some love here in San Bernardino from the kids.
This is a good pitch. 1-2, looking at spotting corners, being smart when you're ahead in the count and working outside. That first strikeout of the game.
Now a different look, as Locke will be facing a left-handed hitter in Kennedy McMahon, the center fielder. She has a walk-off home run this season. Where's 17? Because she's excited about her 17th birthday. That's still a ways away.
That is a ways away. Don't rush that.
It's fouled off. These kids so mature, many of them, at this age. The maturity they're showing from a leadership perspective, many of them.
Yeah, you just think about how they grow as athletes together through playing Little League. I mean, some of these ladies have been playing together since they first started. T-ball to when they first started playing Little League together, and you grow together. And I mean, after talking to so many of these coaches, you know, yesterday, and see just the community is what so many of them talk about, the family feels of all of that and how much it means to all of them getting to watch their kids.
Day again at short. And that'll end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame. Solid effort from Locke and company to shut down the Idaho Bats. Nothing across here at Houghton Stadium. Second inning coming up. A tight-knit community, Snohomish, Washington, your hometown, and they really rally behind this team.
Oh man, I mean, you look at the community and how much they just absolutely love Little League, and I'm going to all the games. It's been super fun to have a couple daughters and just see the support that they give. Pretty incredible.
And this has been a special season due to the floods that they had to deal with in December.
Well, and this is why I say the community, because these are the Little League fields, and this flood came and absolutely had wiped them out. But to just see the love and the support from the community, to be able to get these fields back up and running to play Little League for the 2026 season was incredible. And that's just what you think of when you think of Little League. You think of community and people being able to step up and just be so selfless, and that's what I think about when I think about Snohomish Little League, and just kind of having to deal with all of that, because it was sad to see that.
A bonded team. They beat Woodinville in the state championship twice in one day. Battle back through the losers bracket to win state. Maddie Tawney is going to lead things off for this Washington team against Layla Gomez.
Well, and a good adjustment by Maddie Tawney from the previous three that were up. You see her moving up in the front of the box. Gomez is definitely someone that has such good spin, but the last pitcher they faced in Mia Christensen, a little bit more velo, so having to kind of like time up Gomez a little bit more, making adjustments in the box.
Tawney had a clutch triple in the state championship game. 13 years old. Out in front of that one, pulls it foul. She had an RBI against Oregon in their 2-0 win. We've seen a lot of fans of Oklahoma and Texas softball. Here's a grounder hit to third. Toto Rica Guena stops it but can't make a throw, and Tawney's on. Error on the third baseman.
And a good job by Maddie Tawney, just putting the ball in play, right? Testing the defense out. Pass the bat mentality. Avery Calamuso coming up next.
Showing bunt, takes the pitch, and the catcher, Davis, can't get it out of the glove, and stealing second is Tawney. So Washington staying aggressive on the base pass here. They get the stolen base right there. Now Calamuso with an RBI opportunity. Foul straight back. In watching some of the games here in San Bernardino, on bunt attempts, a lot of times the third baseman be in this case, the first baseman crashing a little bit.
One of our favorite players, Carlin Pickens, plays for the Carolina Blaze, had a rookie season. This season was the first pick in the AUSL 2026 draft. That was one of the coolest things, getting to see her reaction. Just 6'2", holds the world record for the fastest pitch ever thrown at 79 miles an hour.
Awesome. There's a fly ball hit to left. Johnson coming in and makes the catch, and staying put at second base is Tawney, one down.
When you're seeing where Idaho's playing their back and respecting some of the power and being able to come in and get that big catch, Emma Johnson, that's huge, especially after you kind of have that lead off that gets on base. Being able to come up clutch and have that out right away is big.
Here's Harlow nicely, the catcher, taking all the way. It's outside, no throw to third. Tawney staying aggressive on the base pass. She's now at third base.
When I like the way that Harlow nicely was able to kind of bait with the bunt, goes up and then brings that barrel back to almost kind of get in the eyes of the catcher to disrupt her a little bit behind the plate.
Now she's going to swing away. That's knocked down by Toto Rica Guena. Only play is at first, and she throws out Nicely, who does her job. Tawny comes all the way around to score, and Washington on the board first. Good job manufacturing the run right there.
Well, good job on the base pass by Maddie Tawny, and then Harlow nicely being able to kind of hit that ball to the left side. That little bobble at third, I think, is what allows Maddie Tawny to make her way home to give Snohomish that go-ahead run.
Now Kaya Hululu, the center fielder. Wants to meet Jason Momoa. She's a big Julio Rodriguez fan. I would imagine a lot of people are in that part of the country.
I'm a big Dumper fan.
Cal Raleigh.
I love me some Cal Raleigh. I mean, I'd meet Julio.
No,
if
sure,
someone
yeah,
were to say you want to meet him, I'm in. But
who hits more home runs? There's a shot towards second, knocked down by Dial. And she makes the play, actually, to end the inning. So a run across for Washington. An error started things. Tawny comes around and scores, and an inning complete. It's a 1-0 game.
in defense, it's going to be clutch. You're seeing Idaho being able to step up and make some plays. That's what it's all about.
ESPN has you covered. Little League Softball Regional Championships Wednesday and Thursday from the southeast to the west. And we're going to cover the Northwest and West regions here and crown champions on Thursday. And tickets will be punched to Greenville, North Carolina. Great time of the year.
Yeah, it's exciting. I always love a Wednesday and a Thursday for Little League, just punching tickets, seeing who's going to be making their way to Greenville.
This is a matchup of 1-0 teams here, Washington and Idaho. The winner heads to the championship game. The loser will take on Montana. So Maddie Locke now has the lead here as we move into the bottom of the second.
Well, and this is a matchup that excites me with Berkeley Cook in that 4 spot. We talked about the importance and what she's going to be able to bring, her 4-for-4 performance the other day against Colorado.
Berkeley Cook has been a star for this team. Hits that high in the air to left. Underneath it is Maloney. She drops it. And Cook's going to end up at second base. There is some sunshine to deal with out there.
Off the bat, this was a hot shot to left. This is a deep park. I mean, dead center is 225. And that was an off-speed pitch. That's a really good job by Berkeley Cook to be able to recognize that.
Good contact. She continues to swing it well. Here's Emma Johnson now. (11 years old. She has batted cleanup this year. She's in the 5th spot in the order here. Fouls that off. Big sister Mackenzie was here last year.
That's always cool, too, to be able to ask your big sister, hey, what was it like? What are the little things? Were you nervous? Were you not? What are things I need to look out for?
And there's a flare, backhanded, and that's going to be a double play. 4-6, right today, as Cook and Johnson are retired.
I mean, this could not be a more clutch by Jalea Wright to be able to get this ball. I thought for sure this was a base hit up the middle. She's able to snag it, and JoJo over there at short communicating with her to get it right back over to 2. You love to see it.
She could have taken that to the bag unassisted, but the little flip there, very confident with that play, as Maddie Davis is now up with 2 down. And defense, as you know, can be contagious. When you start making plays like that, sometimes that can help the bats out.
And I think, too, it helps your pitcher, right? Like that last one by Berkeley Cook to the outfield on that changeup, you probably feel it. Could it have been caught? I think it could have, but you still feel that as a pitcher, and then be able to get a double play kind of allows you to take, oh, that feels good. Defense coming up clutch for me.
Mad Dog, Maddie Davis at the plate here, facing Maddie Locke. And strike 3, and that'll end the frame. Couple strikeouts for Maddie Locke. Washington has a 1-0 lead, getting pitching and defense as well.
Well, clutch defense ignited a little bit of swagger into Maddie Locke. You love to see it, the backwards K.
Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Northwest Regional semifinal game. Winner moves to the championship. Good one so far between Washington and Idaho. The Snohomish Little Leaguers scratching across the run in the 2nd inning. Now we move to the 3rd as Layla Gomez faces the bottom part of the order for Washington.
Layla, I mean, has been doing a great job. I mean, has just given up that 1 hit. But besides that, has been rolling some ground balls. I know she has that 1 strikeout. She's been impressive.
Janessa Malone at the plate, tries to lay one down, foul.
And I just love Gomez's demeanor. I know I mentioned this at the beginning half of the game, but like when we got the chance to sit and talk with Mad Dog, and they came and hung out at our hotel for a little bit, I loved just how soft-spoken she was and how confident she was. It's almost like you get to see kind of their alter ego come out when they get in the circle, and I always think pitchers are just so unique choosing that position, right? Like all eyes are always on you. You're touching every single pitch. You're having to make big pitches and deal with sometimes all the ups and downs, and I love that alter ego piece.
That is popped up, and Dial can't get there. It's going to drop on the outfield grass. Malone finds her way on, leading off the inning. Little looper there, drops in.
Yeah, and this was almost kind of like a Bermuda Triangle. It's a good pitch on the outside part of the plate, just off the end of the bat, and you see the three all running in and just finds a little green and plops itself in.
Lucy Carpenter showing bunt with the runner in motion, and the corner's crashing, fouls it off. And here's a case where Washington can play some small ball. They have that ability. And she lays it down. It's a good one. Toto Rica Guena's only play is at first. Excellent at-bat for Carpenter, getting Malone down to second base.
And this is huge. And this at times is why I always love this game, is how can you manufacture runs, right? You get that leadoff on, who's going to sacrifice himself and find a way to get down that bunt, to move that runner 60 feet, to put them in scoring position. And Lucy Carpenter in that 9 spot, coming up clutch to advance her teammate, Janessa Malone.
And one of the extra hitters, Ella Bowers, in this continuous batting order. Everybody must hit Little League Softball, 6 innings regulation. And we have seen bottom parts of the order really establishing things and turn lineups over. They've become big factors for teams in the West and Northwest regions. That one is hit just foul over the chalk.
And I feel like what I've noticed over the course of the last couple days is at times how scrappy really the bottom half of the lineup has been, and being able to put together good at-bats. So when it comes to 10, 11, and 12, to be able to try to turn the lineup back over up top.
And that's driven to center field for a base hit. Malone rounds third and scores easily. The throw off the mark, and taking the extra base on the throw is Bowers. 2-0 Washington.
What a job by Ella Bowers. It's a good job just waiting on this pitch, hitting it right back up the middle, and it doesn't go without saying the bunt by Lucy Carpenter to advance that runner and put her in scoring position. That's what allows for that run for Snohomish to score to make it 2-0, and she is fired up about it.
Now Layla Bailey. Ball one. 3 hits now for the kids from Washington. Bailey, a quiet demeanor. The youngster, 5'5".
I've gotten the chance to be around Layla Bailey a little bit, and one thing I can always say, she'll say something to make you laugh, and she's just kind of one of those soft-spoken kids, and then out of nowhere she'll say something and you're like, wow, you're witty. I love a good chuckle.
Plays basketball as well. Swings and misses on that one, 1 and 2. John Elway fan, taking it back a few years. That guy was a competitor.
I'm gonna have to ask her dad if he filled out that questionnaire. Just kidding.
It is fun to see some of the kids talk about old songs and music that
I
was
love
before their time.
I love that, like, old school. Like, I always, in the radio, when we're driving, always have on, like, The Bridge or Prince or Michael Jackson, and just kind of giving my daughters an understanding of just a little old school.
I love it. Take it back. 2-2. Ground ball. Dial at second. And that retires Bailey. It does move the runner over, though, as Bowers is now at third base. And sometimes those little things, that extra base, it gives yourself a chance with that runner. A lot of things can happen behind home plate.
Well, a good job by Mackenzie Dial to just like make the play, not worrying about where Ella Bowers was, understanding the importance of outs.
Hannah Chenier now delivers an RBI single to left. And the hitting contagious for Washington here in the third inning. Bottom part of the order delivering 3-0.
And this is what I was talking about the bottom half, Trey. Hannah Chenier in that 12 spot. This pitch a little bit drifts over the plate, and she just takes it right to that left side and adds on another run.
And turns the lineup over. Now Julia Wright, and there's another base hit. That's going to run all the way to the fence. Chenier scores easily. Wright looking for the triple. She's got it.
And you just kind of get this feeling a little bit for Snohomish, how hitting is contagious, right? You're seeing the bottom half, starting with Janessa Malone, who got on base and sacrificing Lucy Carpenter the next one. But what I love about Julia Wright is the adjustment from her first at bat to her second. Had struck out to lead off the game and then comes up even more clutch, excuse me, her second ups with that big triple to add another run.
3 singles and a triple against Layla Gomez. 3 runs across here in the third. And some breathing room for Washington. And that brings up Maddie Locke. She has an RBI opportunity. Right back up the middle, and she's got the RBI. She's 2 for 2. That scores right. And the Snohomish kids are feeling it now. Off to a great start here in the semifinal.
Yeah, just that pass the bat mentality, finding ways to continue to pass it to the next gal. And the pitch before Maddie even came up, what I did like and wanted to mention was Maddie Davis, the catcher behind the plate, calling time to go out and talk to Layla Gomez and just kind of give her a second to breathe. But they're going to actually make a change and bring out the last out in Layla Bailey to... You can have those courtesy runners for the pitcher and the catcher.
With 2 outs, you can do it. So they make that move here, bring Bailey in.
And I think, too, you know, Trey, in these types of conditions when it is hot, right? Like it's 90 plus out there, to give your pitcher or catcher a second to take a breath, sit on the bench, is definitely not a bad choice.
JoJo Day now, and she delivers a single to right. Pulls that one. Her first hit of the game. Runners at first and second now with 2 down. Washington getting it done with 2 away here. Passing the baton, passing the bat, batter to batter in this inning.
And the one thing that I could say about Layla Gomez and that I just love is that her demeanor has not changed at all. Body language, she has stayed the same. And if there's a trend that you want to have as a pitcher, you don't want to be too up or too down and your emotions get away from you regardless of what the score is. Can I always kind of just keep that steady heartbeat?
There's a slow roller. Dial up with it, underhands in time to end the inning. Nice play right there from Mackenzie at second base. Big inning, though, for the Snohomish Little Leaguers. 4 runs across. They now lead it 5-0. Bottom of the third coming up. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Northwest Region semifinal game. A West Region semifinal game to follow here as we look at the Northwest bracket. Montana with a 2-1 win today, and they're awaiting the loser of this game. The winner of this one will advance to the championship Thursday on ESPN. And Maddie Locke and company, some insurance here, 4 runs in the 3rd inning, a comfortable lead. As a pitcher now in a close game, your mindset different when after you get some run support.
For sure. I mean, when you get some, it, I think, takes a little bit of that pressure off. I know when we got the chance to talk with all the different teams yesterday, that was something that you had asked Maddie, and she said, well, in that game against Oregon, we were able to score first in that 1st inning, score 2 runs. It just kind of like gave me this extra confidence in the rest of the game.
She's going to field her position here as she gets Naia Todorica Guena to pop up, 1 down. Hannah Chenier is now in left field defensively for Washington. And Malone goes to the bench. Now Layla Gomez. Important to have a breakthrough game offensively. They had to get a couple runs to knock off Oregon. The bats were quiet after that, but this has to be nice to see from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, it feels good to be able to score. I mean, I say that because sometimes runs are hard, right? At times you'll get these great pitchers duels, and we've seen such great games in this region of some high-scoring games. I mean, you look at the game that Idaho played against Colorado, right? I mean, that was a 10-7 victory for Idaho, scoring every single inning. So just different ways that you can win ball games. But Snohomish, it was definitely a pitcher's duel when they played Oregon.
3-1 now. Gomez fouls that off. She's a big Sam Landry fan. Northwest Ada Little League in the Boise area. Strike called there.
That's a good pitch, curveball at that count, knowing you need a strike. 3-1.
And a swing and a miss. So how about Locke battling back? It was 3-0, and she gets the K. That's her 3rd of the game.
What a nice job on the outside part of the plate. See her throw that curveball away, hit a good spot, and I think working her way back, as you said, going 3-0 to work back for the strikeout is clutch.
She appears to have that intensity. You see that? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
but is that when you get in the circle? Is that they're good ways to channel that?
Well, and I think too, you're always finding ways to get better in the circle, right? Especially sometimes it's cool to challenge yourself as a pitcher, knowing, all right, I'm 3-0. Can I challenge myself to get back in this and get this hitter, or use the defense a little bit? I say this whether it is to someone like Maddie Locke or to anyone that's pitching. When you give up free passes, you give up those, those walks. Those are the ones in close games that end up coming back to hurt you. So always finding ways to work back in counts and challenge yourself.
Pretty cool. She wears mom's number 13. You wore as an Olympian with Canada.
I did.
Late swing there. Count 2-2 now to Ari Bettis, the right fielder. Trying to make it a 1-2-3 frame. That one's low. Washington defense turned a double play in the 2nd inning. And there is another strikeout and a 1-2-3 inning for Maddie Locke. 4 strikeouts in the game, and the Snohomish Little Leaguers are cruising through 3.
Doing a great job. Peyton corners, outside part of the plate. Another strikeout for Maddie Locke.
World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here! The competition has definitely elevated.
The best is yet to come.
Greenville, North Carolina, the ultimate destination. 2026 Little League Softball World Series starts August 2nd. Right around the corner. Tickets punched so far. How about these countries plus Clayton, North Carolina?
Wow. It's so exciting. I mean, I remember last year watching it. It was the first time that Japan got to go and getting to watch their pitchers. She had this little crow hop. I mean, it was exciting. And I mean, I played overseas in Japan for a couple seasons, and they have that Japan Diamond League. And obviously we know with the Olympics and kind of what they've been able to do with a couple gold medals in the last 2 cycles. But just all these other countries, incredible.
Championships here, the Northwest Region Championship and the West Region Championship on Thursday. Washington in front in this semifinal game, trying to get to that title game in front 5-0 in the 4th. Maddie Locke with 4 strikeouts, a big 4-run third to break open a close game. And it's going to be Addie Levens, the extra hitter, to lead things off. Bottom of the order, then the top half. Speaking of Italy, Italian food is her go-to. Now the right fielder was Carpenter. It's actually Bettis out there now. It was Carpenter, then Schneer, but Bettis is the right fielder. And they're taking a look at her now out there.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, my initial, because there was nothing going on like with the softball, was did she maybe get stung by a bee? You see her kind of shaking her hand a little bit. We didn't see her slip or anything out there, and she just kind of went down.
We gather in the circle now. The home plate umpire Josiah Spurgeon getting everybody off the infield here. Let's hope that's nothing serious.
I think too, just understanding if the Bettis need a little bit more time. No reason to keep these ladies out there standing in the heat. I mean, it is 95 degrees here with a feel of 96. It is cooking. Glad she's okay.
Yeah, Bettis just dropped the glove and then went to her knees over there. And it looks like she's okay now in right field. Good to see. And this is Avery Calamusa leading things off. Flight out to left first time up.
And Gomez in the circle, one of 2 pitchers. McKenzie was also another one that threw perfect games this season, leading up to making it to these regionals.
Pulls it to third, Toto Rica Guena. The throw's on the money, 1 down. She's been busy over there at the hot corner.
She has, a lot of action. What a nice job by Toto Rica Buena to just be able to glove it up, throw it over, no pressure. Always important to try to get that lead out for your pitcher. especially after an inning where they were able to score some runs. I think that also is so important, being able to get those lead outs and try to get back in the dugout and get some stuff going.
Harlow nicely right at the third baseman. What a scoop right there. And she throws her out. 5-3 again on the putout. Vacuum cleaner. Smile right there.
There's a little highlight reel over here on the left side. Todorica Buena again with the pick. And this field plays hard. It is that hard surface, so she knows where that hop is. She goes and gloves it up. That's huge.
Now, Hululu fouling that one down the third baseline. They say Todorica Buena always smiles, especially after you make a play like that.
And 2 really quick outs here for Idaho. I think it's huge. Any ways to try to kind of find momentum, right? I just feel like as pitchers, like when you're able to roll ground balls and your defense can come up clutch, having those really quick innings, bring some energy into the dugout when you get to hit in the bottom half.
Check swing right there. The AB continues for Hululu. Yeah, this Idaho team has won every game they played together, districts and state. They have a lot of confidence, but down 5-0, looking for a spark. That is fouled back to the screen. The catcher, Davis, giving a look.
Good effort. Davis behind the dish, popping right up.
Gomez with the 1-2. Flare towards Dial, goes low to get it, and she caught it before it hit the dirt, and that ends the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 frame for Layla Gomez. And that will bring the Idaho Sticks back to the plate here.
Well, and to me, this inning, it has been all about the defense. We had a couple to the left side. Second base, Mackenzie Dial coming up clutch. Well, Maddie Locke against this Idaho team has had 4 strikeouts, and she's just been able to paint that outside part of the plate and recognizing that these hitters are a little bit off, so knowing she can get herself a little bit outside on that corner. I like the aggressive swings by Idaho, but 4 strikeouts so far.
Strikeout in every inning. And you can see what she's done in regional play so far against Oregon and now Idaho. And an important hitter coming up for this team from Boise, Addie Levens, the last hitter in the continuous batting order, extra hitter, trying to give this team a spark.
And I'm interested, too, to see Idaho the second time up. Just adjustments that they're going to try to make a little bit with the velo, knowing she's kind of painted that outside corner, what they're going to do.
Taking all the way, and then at the last minute threw the bat out there and got a piece of it.
Umpire behind the plate, I'm glad he didn't get nicked with that.
Inside, a lot of times you'll see players bunting for hits. The infield is back here. Now she swings late. It's 1-2. And a strikeout for Locke. Make it 5. And that is 3 in a row dating back to the last inning. See anything different from Maddie today versus the first game?
No, I still see her kind of being able to paint some corners on the outside part of the play. That had a little bit of movement down. But no, for the most part, like I said, I'm interested to see how Idaho approaches her this second time through, to see if they move anywhere in the box. You just see how Rylan Adams is just still kind of way off, knowing that Maddie's gone a little bit outside. If they could maybe get a little bit more on the plate and get something going out there, just try to hit something to the right side. I know it's always easier said than done, but
Adams grounded out to the shortstop her first time up. It's a 2-strike pitch, and there's the shortstop again. Day, 2 down. Day's had 3 of them hit her way. She was also involved in a double play up the middle.
Jocelyn has been so clutch at the shortstop position. One of the best arms that I have seen. I mean, just a cannon from short, and you just know as a pitcher to be able to rely on your defense up the middle, I always think is so important. Like when I think about playing, like just that relationship of second and short and being able to look straight up and know that they have your back is so key.
Got to be able to cover some ground at that position. Kenzie Dial trying to get something going here with 2 down as she fouls it off. This Idaho team had a 3-game series against St. Mary's. Won a close game 1. They hammered them in game 2 and then closed out with a game 3 win to win their state championship. And there's a swing and a miss, and strikeout number 6. Locke is locked in. 6 Ks for the game. We're through 4 innings. Washington up 5-zip. A big 4-run third inning, key in this one for Washington.
Yeah, they found a way. Ella Bowers rips this ball right up the middle to score. And then you have Jalea Wright with that big triple, which I think was clutch to just add on some more insurance for this Snohomish team. And like I said, this is a big field, 225 dead center. So legging out the triple with this ball getting all the way to the warning track.
Look at the 6 hits in that inning. And 3 runs scored with a couple outs. That's a sign of a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and I think too, like just seeing the bottom half be able to step up, you can't not talk about Janessa Malone, who's going to be leading off this inning, and how important it was for her to get that leadoff base hit and the production from the bottom half. And that's what gives you confidence the more you move on in a tournament.
Bettis is out there in right field, by the way. That's good for Idaho. But 5 runs and 7 hits for the Snohomish Little Leaguers. Janessa Malone to lead it off. She already has a single.
Number 22, Janessa Malone.
Lays it down. It's a good one. Catcher comes out of there, and the throw is on the money. Even a better play by Davis to throw out Malone.
So good. Maddie Davis behind the dish pops up and goes and gets this right away. Makes the throw on the money. This was close. Berkeley Cook does a good job of sticking her arm out to be able to go get that and give a little bit of an advantage, but so good behind the plate with Mad Dog.
Here's the smallest player, but the biggest surprise this year, Lucy Carpenter. Right back to the circle. Glove by Gomez. Good play. 2 down. She's kind of settled down a little bit here.
She has, and has been able to have the last inning very quick with a couple plays over at third. And then this inning, back-to-back quick outs with that bunt, and then that 1-3, not having to throw a lot of pitches.
We just showed you Bowers hit in that big third inning. She's up here now with 2 down. First pitch, grounder to shortstop. Adams has it, low throw. It is gloved, though, by Cook to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 frame for Layla Gomez, as she is now set down 7 in a row. 5-0 game, bottom of the 5th next. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Great setting here. Houghton Stadium, San Bernardino, California. Northwest Region play. This is a semifinal game. The winner advances to the championship game on Thursday for the right to go to Greenville, North Carolina Washington looking very good. 5 runs on 7 hits, a big 4-run third inning. Idaho looking for some kind of a spark here. Bottom of the order will be coming up. Maddie Locke starting to heat up.
Yeah, in this tournament, those 2 appearances with the 10 innings pitched, she's just giving up that 1 hit against Oregon, making it tough.
Kennedy McMahon is up first. It's the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Top of the order here, the middle of the order, an opportunity to try to get something going. McMahon grounded out first time up and hits it to short again. Day knocks it down. Late throw, not in time.
And just using the dirt. Just this second initial hop kind of gets up on Jocelyn Day. I think that's a play for sure that she knows she normally makes.
Charged with the air there as Berkeley Cook. Check swing, strike 1. Cook had a monster game, 4 for 4 in their win against Colorado.
Yeah, she was huge. I mean, that last up she had against Maddie Locke, she had hit that changeup way to left, and definitely their power horse in this lineup.
Fouled back. Maddie has had 4 0-2 counts now, so she's getting out ahead of hitters. Cook, calm, cool, and collected player. Looks at the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chased one off the plate. Couldn't catch up with it. 1 down.
Well, a good job with that pitch at that count, knowing that Berkeley Cook is by far one of the hottest hitters in this tournament. She's able to kind of wiggle that ball out at that count. I mean, that's really what it's all about. Like I said, there's certain hitters in a lineup that you don't want to beat you. She is that.
Now Emma Johnson, who bounced into a double play her first time up, 4-6. Maddie has had some great games pitching this year. Different stage, big stage now here in the regional. But she seems to have the same approach. She's been very effective.
And I think, too, like, once you get that first game under your belt, I think it just takes a little bit of a pressure off, right? When you're here and you see it for the first time and how incredible this is.
And there's a liner into the glove of Tawney. Goes to first, not in time, but Johnson robbed of a hit right there. Good play on the backhand.
Such a good play by Maddie Tawney. That was an absolute liner. Emma Johnson, the lefty. Look at Tawney reach. I love it. Goes directly to that next play to try to double off. It's so good to be in the position to be able to get that laser on the left side.
Pitch to Maddie Davis is low for ball 1 as nicely stays in front of the ball. Hairstylist or a coach, her dream job. How about both?
I like it. Totally could do both.
2-0 showing bunt. She offered on it 2-1 as the third baseman Tawney was crashing in. Davis had a couple RBIs in their first game. Swings late and misses 2-2. Hitters at times appear to be fooled. They're not getting full cuts against Locke.
Well, and she's doing a good job of being able to kind of paint that outside corner.
And that is a fastball that is strikeout number 8. Maddie Locke Runner reaches, nothing across, still a 5-0 game.
Doing a nice job continuing that momentum, just painting corners. Little curveball.
Little League and ESPN, proud members of the Aspen Institute's Project Play 63x30, which is focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Learn more about what Little League is doing to get kids on the field and all about the ESPN Take Back Sports Initiative by visiting littleleague.org/Project Play. New pitcher, Mackenzie Dial in for Layla Gomez after she works 5 innings. And for Idaho, Davis is going to play second base in where Dial's spot was. So a change here as Gomez is now in center field. And Johnson is catching.
We got all the switcheroos. Trey.
Toto Rica Guena, who's made some good plays at third base defensively, popped up her first time up. Actually, this is Layla Bailey. My apologies as I was trying to get my scorebook together. She grounded out her first time up, 4-3.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hits it to first. That's off the glove of the first baseman. And Davis back to Cook. So Cook to Davis to Cook, but they get it done. That'll go down as 3-4-3 in the scorebook.
Well, a nice job by the defense to just stay on it. Mackenzie Dial throwing strikes right out of the gate. And I will say the defense for Idaho, the last couple innings, it's been some quick innings. The pitchers have not had to throw a lot of pitches. Like even just going back to Gomez, in the fourth, she had 9 pitches, and in the fifth, she only had 4. So they definitely have been efficient in the circle.
Hannah Chenier looks at that one outside. The count runs to 3-0.
When Hannah Chenier, her last at bat, had that big base hit.
Drove in a run, 3-0, 3-1 now. Went after one high in the zone.
And I like it, 3-0 hacking. Let's go.
Green light.
Green light.
Still a hitter's count here with her team in front, 5-0. Three and 2. Washington just 2 runs in the win against Oregon. 5 on the board today as we Move into this sixth inning, 6 innings, regulation, Little League softball. Big cut, and Chenier strikes out, 2 down.
And so good by Mackenzie Dial. 3-0 to work it back.
How about Jalea Wright in the 3rd inning, delivering a huge hit?
Yeah, this was big. This triple, I think, just kind of ignited this different competitiveness in this Snohomish team. Got all the way to the wall. Big RBI. Got herself that triple.
There aren't a lot of things better than that, a triple, especially when you drive a run in a key spot.
Well, and you just see where Idaho's playing. Like, they respect that power. All these outfielders are a little bit back.
Wright has a couple hits in the regional. Wearing number 42 for Jackie Robinson. A hero to me, she says. Hits that to Wright. Bettis is under, can't bring it in. Wright's on her way to second. Makes the turn, heading for third. Angela Wright's in there. It'll go as an error on the right fielder. But she's at third base again.
When Just gets underneath this off the bat, definitely a hot shot, has some airtime. And like I said, these outfielders are respecting the power. They are out, and Just gets by Bettis and Wright.
Well, now Maddie Locke, along with her excellent pitching, couple singles today at the plate. Always fun when you have a chance to help your cause with the stick. Popped up. Left fielder coming in, a long run, that's gonna drop. That will be a base hit. Wright scores and into second safely is Locke, who is 3 for 3. And an insurance run for Washington.
Well, and just based on where Gomez was playing, right, with that power, Just finds some green. Because the respect, like I would take that all day than getting beat over my head on a ball.
And Hannah Chenier is going to be the courtesy runner here. She'll run for Locke at second base with 2 down. Now JoJo Day with an RBI chance inside. 1 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 more here in the 6th inning for Washington. It's really been a complete effort. They've done a lot of things well.
Yeah, they've had some hitters up top that have been able to get some stuff going, and the little things, being able to lay down that sack bunt, advance the runner 60 feet. Like, sometimes those are just such important parts to your offense's success. And I think being able to kind of ignite some confidence 1 through 12, right? In Little League, you bat everyone. So you are going from the leadoff spot, and some teams have different, you know, some don't have 12, but Snohomish does. Idaho has 10 hitters in their lineup. So how can you manufacture runs and find ways to do it, especially early on in ball games?
By the way, how cool is that everybody gets a chance to swing it and be involved in a true team effort?
I love it. I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is year 2 of me getting to be here and be around this venue and see these athletes, and you just know how hard it is to really get here. Like, it's pretty incredible.
A lot of good teams did not make it out of the state tournaments. And, you know, Washington appreciates how hard it is, and they got it done this year.
Yeah, making it through that loser's bracket, losing game 1 to Woodinville and having to come back and beat them twice in the final. I think you learn a lot about yourself when you have your backs up against the wall.
Day earns the walk. Runners at first and second now with 2 away. And Maddie Tawney gets a chance. Reached on an air, grounded out. Ball one. Can play anywhere. Also plays volleyball. It's fouled off. A lot of coaches will tell you that, you know, you want kids to play a lot of different sports, see how it all fits in, and it can help you in this game.
Oh, that's probably one of my favorite things when I read the bios of a lot of these athletes, is that they are multi-sport athletes. It's not just one sport and that's it. I think it's so important, I think, for their well-being, right? There's sometimes just so much pressure in the youth sport space, and I think to be able to know, oh man, I have basketball, I have volleyball. You don't just do one thing all the time. It's being able to be coached by different coaches. Your body's going to move in different ways. Your confidence is going to be able to grow by doing all these different things. And I just think it's so good for your body too. You know, you're constantly moving, you're active, all of those things. I love sports.
Chance to be a leader in a different sport.
Mm-hmm.
Full count now to Tani.
And sometimes I think too, like if softball is kind of your bread and butter and you're great at that, maybe you're not as good of a basketball player. And that is kind of sometimes where you learn too what it's like to have to work and maybe not be the best player. And
a strikeout as Tani chases one high to end the inning. Couple runners stranded, but an insurance run across for Washington. They now lead at 6-0 and a chance to close it out as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up. Welcome back to Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. 6-0 Washington in this Northwest Region semifinal. The winner will head to the championship on Thursday on ESPN. Montana awaiting the loser of this game. The kids from Missoula getting it done to keep their season going in an elimination game.
wow, what a performance by Montana. Had played Oregon earlier on in this tournament and lost, and then being able to step up with their backs up against the wall and do what they were able to do. Man, they're tough.
There you see the scoreboard. Maddie Locke has 8 strikeouts. Naya Toto Rica Guena to lead things off. Bottom part of the order for Idaho. Showing bunt. She offered on it. Strike one with Tani coming in at third base. Number 13 pitched well in a shutout win over Oregon. Pitching well again today. Swing and a miss. Layla Gomez is on deck. 5th time. The count has been 0-2 for Maddie Locke. Just off the plate with that one. You like that location?
I do. 0-2, I think really being able to kind of work those corners a little bit. Sometimes those are the hardest things for pitchers to know how to do, right? When you're 0-2, 1-2, I don't want to put anything too close.
Backhanded by Locke, and one away. You gotta love the high fives, the low fives, the fist bumps and everything from the infield.
A nice job just fielding their position, going glove side.
Layla Gomez now, she struck out her first time up. 6 runs, 8 hits for Washington. And that's fouled off. Again, Idaho put 10 runs on the board in a win over Colorado and have not been able to get their offense going in this one.
Yeah, scoring every single inning and finding ways to just kind of pass that bat mentality. This is a team that does what they call ICUs. It was something I really wanted to ask them about, was just ways to connect with teammates post-game. Like, I see you, I saw you doing this throughout the game, and picking teammates up, letting them know when they're doing something great. And I think being able to kind of ignite confidence in teammates is so important. 1 through 12, 1 through 10, whatever that looks like, connection.
2-1 is in there, 2-2. Eight Ks. Trying to close the door here in the 6th inning. Maddie Locke. Bouncing ball. Right at second, 2 away. Big moment here for Washington. Trying to get to the championship game. A gem in the circle. The bats have been on fire today. Big 4-run 3rd inning. And trying to close it out here. Ari Bettis, the right fielder, at the plate. Strike 1. It's inside for ball 1. Locke deals. It's low, 2-1. The defense has been good around her. The middle infield especially. 2-1 pitch is off the plate, 3-1.
This is where you want to try to work back, having 2 outs.
And there's a strike, 3-2. They're a strike away. Three-two pitch from Locke. It's inside for ball 4, and reaching is Bettis. So 3 have reached, 2 by air, 1 via the walk here. And that'll bring up the last hitter in this continuous batting order, Addie Levens. Levens struck out in the 4th. First offering, swing and a miss. We've had a tough time catching up with that heater. Locke with the 0-1, fouled off, strike away again.
Yeah, nice job by Levens on that last one, fouling that thing off. I like her approach. She kind of turns towards the backstop, takes a second, takes a breath.
Goes to the rosin. Maddie Locke with the pitch. Slow roller, spinner. Second baseman gloves it, and reaching is Levens. And that is going to go as an infield single. A lot of spin on that ball. And that breaks up the no-no. What a tremendous effort from Maddie. That was a ball that just had a lot of movement on it there around the circle.
Yeah, a lot of spin. You saw the, obviously, second and short are playing back because you're not needing to worry about throwing that ball home.
Top of the order now, Rylan Adams. What a tremendous effort from number 13 in this one. And Idaho with their first player now down at second base in this one. Adams with a slow roller, and that's in no man's land. The shovel to first, not in time, and the bases are loaded. They have hit two, not hard at all, but they've been hit in spots that are really tough to feel.
Just kind of like numbers off the end of the bat, but just cue ball-esque, meaning they have so much spin.
I know you've been there. Sometimes you're pitching so well, and sometimes the ball just rolls in weird ways.
Yeah. Like we mentioned, right off the end of the bat. You can just see kind of that Idaho fight. Fans are going, they're excited. I mean, this is the bottom of the 6th inning. They want to get back in here. I mean, they've definitely given themselves that chance with bases loaded and rolling it right back over to the top. And I think that is huge.
There's Jeff Crawford there with a few words, and Idaho trying to keep their hopes alive here down to their final out. They get 2 infield singles to put themselves in this spot. Mackenzie Dial now at the plate. And a liner down the right field line and a foul ball. Well, you know the no-no was on the mind of everyone. But Maddie has to be really pleased with her effort in this game, and now you just got to close the door.
Yeah, and I think too, sometimes just knowing you have 2 outs can give you a little extra confidence in those moments.
Did she go?
Check swing, she did not go, says the first base umpire Stephen DeGrave. Dial has struck out a couple times. 1-1. In there. And again, Snohomish is a strike away. Trying to get to the Northwest Championship game. Here's the 1-2. Right back to Locke. She's got it, and Washington wins it. A shutout, complete game for Maddie Locke. Snohomish Little League, 6-0. And a tremendous effort in the circle, and really all the way around, great effort for Washington.
Yeah, I mean, what I like is the fact that they were able to kind of manufacture some runs right from the beginning to the end, putting up 6, and Maddie had a good performance in the circle. I mean, Idaho definitely found ways to get some action going in that last inning, but just came up short.
Let's update our Northwest region bracket as Idaho's season will continue on despite this loss. Washington is in the championship game Thursday, and we'll have it for you on ESPN. Montana and Idaho, the kids from Missoula taking on the kids from Boise, and that's coming up. Should be an entertaining game.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I think maybe on the call with you?
That's absolutely right. Looking forward to that as we point towards Greenville, North Carolina, and the Little League Softball World Series. This Northwest Region Championship game is not quite set. Montana and Idaho to follow. We have West Region play for you as well. Thanks to Danielle Laurie. I'm Trey Bender. So long for now.